Hi everyone, it's Laurie. I wanted to share another unboxing and flip through of a deck that I haven't seen much of on YouTube yet, and it is the Womanrunes book and deck. It's done by Molly Remer, R-E-M-E-R, and Shekinah Mountain Water, who was the original creator of the Womanrunes back in the 80s. And Molly's website is Bridget's Grove, Brigids grove.com, and she's also on Etsy, which is where I bought this. I bought the book and the deck together. So I'll go over the deck in a minute. I guess I'll just have a quick look at the book while I've got more space here. The Womanrunes were originally done by a woman named Shekinah Mountain Water in the 1980s, and these are her notes. There's a copy of her actual notes of when she first wrote them and how she draws what the runes are, what they mean, and then over here she has a pronunciation guide. So each rune also has a sound. So conceivably then you could take your name, and by putting the sounds of your name all together, you can use the runes to write your name, which is kind of neat. This is a very nice book. It's got that sort of matte, soft kind of cover. I like that. The pages are really very, very nice. It's over 130 pages in the book. There's an introduction. There's a bit about Shekinah Mountain Water, who has since passed, but a bit about her life. There's a bit about the history of the Womanrunes. Then she explains the runes themselves, interpretations, how to do your runing, how to make your own Womanrunes, some other uses, and I'll kind of flip through that. So what she says in here that the Womanrunes are a unique and powerful divination system that uses simple woman-identified symbols to connect deeply with your own inner wisdom, as well as the flow of woman spirit knowledge that surrounds you. They can be used as a personal oracle. They offer spiritual insight, understanding, and guidance, as well as calls to action and discovery. Women who use them are amazed to discover how the symbols and interpretations reach out with exactly what is needed at the moment. Women's experiences with Womanrunes are powerful, magical, inspirational, potent, and mystical. And she suggests a couple of different ways of using them, drawing a daily draw. There's also some spreads. So there's a bit about Shekinah Mountain Water there, and then there's a bit about the Womanrunes. I'm going to set the book down, actually. And the runes themselves. Then there's the interpretation. So each card, and I'll go over that, has a specific interpretation. You can see it's a pretty nice amount of information about each card. And I'll pick one. I'm going to do a little reading at the end. And there are, how many are there altogether? 40 Womanrunes. And then in the back she talks about how to do one for daily guidance, how to draw for daily guidance. She gives a 3-rune basic spread. She gives a crone throw, the crone spread, which I think is probably the one I'm going to do. This is Shekinah's layout from the original Womanrunes booklet. And in this one, this is the self, and then you lay 12 different runes around the outside of a circle, like the 12 months of the year, or at a clock face. And so this is the self, relationships, environment, immediate future, healing, livelihood, deep past, wild rune, magic, immediate past, change, wish rune, and outcome. So those are the positions. There's a goddess guidance layout. There's an action spread, a year sort of oracle, variations on the year oracle, and then this is really neat. She shows you actually how to make your own runes. So like if you want to use self-hardening clay or polymer clay, or if you just want to get pebbles and write on them with a Sharpie marker, or glass paint to draw a rune on a glass pebble, or aquarium stones, permanent markers to draw each rune on small fabric squares, or you could embroider them on fabric squares. You could write them on a wooden circle or a beach rock or a pebble. So it's kind of neat. I mean, she shows you actually, if you're not interested in the cards, which I obviously wanted the cards, if you just buy the book, she does tell you how you can use the runes. And then she gives you all this really neat information in the back, like using them as make your own prayer flags. If you're crafty, make a mandala she calls it a kalamundala, a mandala moon calendar for the upcoming year with black paper and white colored pencils. She also shows you how to do rune writing. Bind runes is to purposefully put runes together in order to do intention work, things like that. Will spells, pocket totems, creating your own pocket totem. So, yeah, it's a really nice book. I haven't had a chance to dig into it yet because I wanted to keep the runes in order. I didn't want to have to put them all back in order again before I did the unboxing. So I'm going to cut for a minute as I zoom in so that you can see close up. So this is the way the runes come. They come in a plastic box, which is nice. And there's a pretty little shop card for her shop. And she sells these. I've seen these all over Instagram. I think they're made from polymer clay, and they're different goddesses based on, different color, and each of them have charms and gems depending on what they're used for. I've seen these on people's altars and places. They're just very pretty, actually. So, okay. So there we go. So in the deck you get the artist card, and she gives you a background, sort of like the things I just told you. Another kind of business card. She gives you an invitation to join the Creative Spirit Circle. I'm not sure if that's on a Facebook group. You get to it through her website, but she offers classes on priestessing, red tent initiation, pink tent rising, woman rune immersion, and everyday magic. She also offers a free short course on how to use the woman runes, which I did take online. And it only took maybe an hour, I think, to go through the course. It was short. Just a little bit about how to go about using them. And a few little notes of guidance, how to use them for daily guidance. The 3 rune basic spread, so you can carry that with you. Sorry for the airplane, we have the windows open. Listen to what is walking here, tiptoeing through your dreams, knocking at the door of your unconscious mind, whispering from shadows, calling from the full moon, twinkling in the stars, carried by the night wind. Woman, rising at sunset, peeking out in tentative yet persistent purpose. Listen to the call, trust the talkative silence. Okay, so let's look at the cards. Here's the circle. Rune of the Self, beginnings, potential, innocence. The back of them looks like that. Witch's Hat, rune of magic, spells, enchantment. The Crescent Moon, a rune of divination, ritual, and door to unconsciousness. The Yoni. When I first saw this, I thought it was like the tip of an ink pen. And then I went, oh, okay. It's the rune of making, creativity, fertility, wealth, pleasure, and birth. The Flame, rune of fire, energy, vitality, enthusiasm. Amazon, heart, rune of love and passion. The Labrys, the rune of will, power, mobility, having one's way. The Dancing Woman, rune of powers, power from within and strength. I think it's a bit like maybe the strength card in tarot, that sort of passive power, that internal strength, that passive strength. The Box, the rune of boundaries and stability and lessons. Dark Moon, the Crone's rune. The Wheel, the rune of fate. The Pendulum, the rune of karma, justice, conscience, old patterns. Reflection is the rune of surrender and gentleness. Sacrifice and letting go. That reminds me a bit actually of the Hangman card. The Flying Woman, the rune of transformation, death and rebirth, shape-shifting and change. The Cauldron, the rune of alchemy, temperance, centeredness. The Whole Moon, the rune of psyche, moon energy, cycles. The Serpent, the rune of awakening, kundalini energy, cataclysm, shattering. Moon and star, faith, truth, psychic healing. The Sun, the rune of healing, play, radiation, radiance, sorry, not radiation, that's not a good thing. Recreation, radiance. You do have to be careful in the Sun though. Dancing women, more than one dancing woman, so it's the rune of celebration and solidarity. The Great Wheel, rune of infinity, completion, wholeness. The Egg, the rune of naming, the word of power, magic naming, and communication. That's really interesting. Sisters, the rune of friendship and sisterhood. The Seed, the rune of waiting, pregnancy, assessment. The Tool, the rune of labor, production, enterprise. The Winged Circle, rune of freedom, liberation, revolution. Looks like Harry Potter's snitch, doesn't it? The Cauldron of reflection, rune of solitude and retreat. Crowned Heart, rune of unconditional love. The Tree, rune of prosperity, abundance. The Pentacle, the rune of protection, holding, maintenance, magic, the 5 elements. 2 circles, the rune of merging, joining, or dividing. 2 triangles, the rune of focus. Moonboat, the rune of journeys, astral projection or travel. The Hearth, the rune of nurturing, domesticity, caring for the home, but also a codependency trap. So there's definitely light and shade to all of these. They're not fluffy. The Cauldron of dancing women, the rune of honor, loyalty, and commitment. The Broom, purification, cleansing. The Spiral is initiation and rites of passage. The Wand is the rune of blessing, honoring, calling in, sending forth, marking boundaries. The Sun and the Moon. The rune of laughter, belly laugh. The Winged Heart, the rune of ecstasy, transcendent state, union with all. And the Veil, the rune of mystery, the sound of silence, revealing, concealing, the unknown, not time for answers. So those are all the runes. So I'm going to try out a spread here. I'm going to try the Crone Throw spread. And I just had my son riffle shuffle these really well for me. And this layout is based on one described in the book Crone Stones, which is at cronestones.com by Carol Lee Campbell. After focusing your thoughts and centering your body and your breath, choose 3 runes and lay them out left to right. The first one is the Maiden, which reveals the potential of a situation. The second is the Mother. It tells the outcome of the situation. The third rune is the Crone, and it is the explanation of how to achieve the first 2 runes. Okay, so I'm going to look at just kind of what my focus might want to be over the next couple of months when I'm sort of on sabbatical from my day job, as I'm getting surgery and just healing and spending some time on me. So let's have a see here. I'm going to just kind of do that split. I've been working on that. There it is. Okay, so we've got the Maiden, the Mother, Maiden, the Mother, and the Crone. Okay, so this is the 2 triangles. This one stands for the potential of the situation. This one stands for the outcome of the situation. And this one is how these two things are going to happen. So let me grab my book and let's look at the two triangles. Okay, so two triangles. When you draw this rune, the time has come to be decisive, to take action, to be assertive, to choose wisely, but to choose. Hone your senses and sharpen your awareness. Laser in on what cries out for your attention. Act with purpose and determination, without apology. No excuses necessary. This is a rune of clarity and understanding, a rune with clean edges and sharp vision. You are safe and connected. You are free. Make your choice. Wow, that's very personal. Okay, so because I did just choose to stop doing my job, my day job for a little while. Stop doing my business for a little while. Golly. Okay. 32, and my son shuffled these super well. He shuffled them about 8 times, and then riffle shuffled them, and then he hand over hand shuffled them a bunch of times, and then I hand over hand shuffled them a bunch of times. Now I guess those two could have just happened to have stuck together, but I'm going to just go with the fact that that's where they're supposed to be. So this next is the Mother, in the Mother space, which tells the outcome of the situation, which is Moonboat, the rune of journeys. What do I need to know? She who travels, who crosses thresholds, she who sets sail for far-off places. Journeys can be inner or outer. They can be solitary or communal. What are you looking for? What are you seeking? To what end do you wish to travel? Do you wish to dig deeper into your own soul? Do you wish to adventure across the ocean? Now is the time to take the step, unfurl my sails, and set forth. So, make a choice, and then go. It's a very personal reading. Wow. Okay. They aren't kidding. I'm glad I didn't ask about anything, really private. And how this is going to come about, how these two things are going to come about, is the sun. How do I achieve these two things? The sun. Rejuvenation, recreation, play, and radiance. When you draw this rune, you know the time has come to be healed. Not healing as in forgetting or letting go, but in accepting, opening, changing, and growing. An integration of difficult changes you may have experienced in life. Healing may be physical or emotional or spiritual or relational. Consider in which ways you need healing and rejuvenation. Healing is possible in all there is and available through all there is. Isn't that beautiful? Healing is possible in all there is, and it is available through all there is. Healing comes in sharing, silence, in sharing story, in sharing song, in creation and offerings, in opening your heart, and in silence and in connection, being playful and laughing. And this rune also reminds us that trying again is always worthwhile. Draw upon the resources of the earth. Draw upon the resources of your sisters. Draw upon the resources of your own heart. In quiet spaces and laughing faces, you will be healed. So that just sounds like maybe a nice summer in the sunshine. Oh, just being me for a little while. Caring for myself as much as I care for other people. Literally and metaphorically. Caring in the, the physical as well. Anyway. Oh, wow. Wow. Those are very powerful cards. So those are the Womanrunes. Smack. Wow. It comes in this nice little box. I am going to be keeping them in this little pouch I got from 10,000 Villages, which is a shop that sells fair trade items, and this was made in Malawi by a co-op of women, which I just thought was really a really perfect way to keep these particular runes. Okay, so I'll put the information below on where you can get these. If you have any questions or you want to see something else, I think I've showed you everything there is to show you about this book and the runes. Feel free to ask a question and let me know below. So thank you very, very much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.